It's new and exciting with live DJs, talk shows, and a booming online community. It's internet radio you can watch. RadioSEEN.com. RadioSEEN.com.
For those who don't know, if you just tuning in, it's the Main Event Mix Show. Your man DJ Juice Jonze holding it down, and we got pioneer DJ, heavy hitter DJ Craig G from Hot 93.7 worldwide. Pioneer, over 15 years, born and raised in Harlem, and knocking out the box up here in Connecticut. What's going on?
Keep going. Keep going.
Well, you know, we just gotta let them know. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta let them know, man. You gotta let them know. But I'm hustling like a 19-year-old. So all you 19-year-olds, look out! I'm coming for your money.
Hey,
Projo's 19.
Yeah, he just took a personal shot there.
Hey.
Yeah.
Your beef
Sorry.
is not my beef, Projo.
It's all love, though.
Get my hustle on. Up early on Facebook, working, grinding, listening to y'all. You know, this is what we do here.
No doubt.
Definitely.
It's all love.
So, Craig, can you let them know what's the current things that you're working on right now?
First and foremost, the radio, which is first and foremost, like I said, Hot 937, 5 o'clock every day. 5 o'clock every day. Craig G, Jenny Boom Boom, got the #1 rated show on the station, the most listened. That's the best time slot to have, I guess. And, you know, that's every day. And then, you know, the parties, radio is what get me to party. So I'm in Boston on Thursday, Hartford on Wednesday, Springfield Friday and Saturday. And we travel here and there, you know, but we rock parties and we do things and we promote and we market and we do it all. Take pictures at the clubs, do the video at the clubs.
Now you've been at Hot since its existence, right? It's
right.
10 years strong.
Since 2001, yep.
Yes, 10 years strong. I think they personally bit the promotional van off of you because you were the first one to come up here with the whole promotional flavor.
I had a Navigator. I got a Navigator. Had 24-inch spinners on it, and the rest is history.
Definitely. You came up here and definitely got people.
Yeah, Craig G came over here on his belly shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Definitely came up on the belly shit.
You're originally from New York, right?
Yeah, Harlem, 129 in Convent. I grew up with Cam, Mace, Big L, a whole Dipset family, Treacherous 3, Kumo D, if you go back, further back. Kumo D made that record called Wild Wild West. It was called from 129 in Convent. That was my block. I grew up in hip-hop. I grew up with true school to the new school, you know?
Man, what I would have loved to be around DJing in that day and age right there. So you was
around. Let me give you some history. Back in New York, right, in the late 80s, early 90s, we used to have a lot of block parties. So, you know, Kumo D, his crew, they would all come out, bring the big speakers out. And growing up, me and DJ SNS, who's a worldwide known party DJ across the country, mixtape legend, we used to be outside like, yo, one day we gonna be out there. We behind the ropes. Now we shorties. Now we young. We 16, 17. Like, yo, we gonna be out there one day doing our thing. So, you know, which led into, it was always a hustle. I mean, it was always a hobby at first. DJing is a hobby in the beginning. You gotta remember that. DJ is a hobby. Don't do it for the money. Do it because it's a hobby that you love to do it. You love to spin music, and the hobby turned into a hustle, and the hustle became the mixtapes, and the mixtapes got us to travel and parties got us more parties. And, you know, I've always wanted to be on radio. I wanted to be on radio in New York, but in New York, you got Hot 97, you got Power 105, you had BLS, you had KISS, and at the time, they wasn't hiring. So instead of waiting around trying to be a part-time fill-in once a week, once a month, I went to Connecticut. I got on an AM station, and, you know, I got hired a late night position at midnight called the Midnight Rush, where I played nothing but exclusives. Coming from the mixtape game, I had the exclusives, so all I had to do was just make sure they were clean.
Yeah.
So that got me the best ratings on the station, because at the end of the day, the hood was listening, the hood was loving it, because at that time mixtapes was on fire. This is 2000. This is the year 2000, and people were just loving the ratings. The ratings came out. They were loving the show because I was playing nothing but new music. That's all they wanted me to do at midnight. But I came back with the best ratings for like three straight, books. They call them books. I mean, basically, your rating system. So, and for some reason, 93.7 came in the Connecticut market around a year later, and as soon as I heard about that, I had to jump. I'm sorry, I had to jump. I had to get up off that AM and get on that FM.
Definitely, which was the greatest move ever. And we appreciate that.
And what
hip hop.
What it did was open people to me now, because now I'm on a broader scale. Now instead of reaching 10,000 people, now I reach damn near 1 million people.
Yes.
And all I did was make my name a more household name. It got me parties. It got me other things. It got me to travel more. And like I said, the rest is history. We still working. We still grinding. And like I said, I'm grinding like a 19-year-old.
So actually, Craig, I gotta ask you a question. Coming from like the golden era, as they call it, can you tell me can you let me know kind of in your opinion what's the difference from how it was then and how it is now, just in general, not necessarily in music, but just how it was, just that feeling when you used to just walk outside your door. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, just coming from the mixtape era, where in the '90s, Nas, Jay, beginning Jay, Biggie, from Tribe Called Quest to Das Effects, like those groups, Redman, Wu-Tang, those groups dominated the mixtape scene, and it was just a good feeling. Like, you can go to a club and hear the Benjamin. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm a DJ. I still play the parties. I still do my thing, but I felt good walking into the tunnel on a Sunday night. Funkmaster Flex is DJing 3,000 people, and Puff Daddy walks in, Lil' Kim, Biggie walks in, and Jay-Z walk in, and everybody just chilling. Nobody's groupied out. Nobody's chasing the stars. Everybody's just chilling. Stars is on one side. Regular folks is on the other side. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And it was just a good feeling. And the music was, I don't know. I mean, it's different. We grew up different. I grew up in a time where, it wasn't no fights. They wasn't fighting. They was partying. They was chilling. They was breakdancing in the club. And as the music grew, I had to change with it. So. Just a good time.
So Craig, let me first applaud you on being one of the few DJs out here on commercial radio playing local cats and giving them a chance. You still rocking that project that I saw not too long ago? The last train to the record labels. I talk to the record label people all the time, from promotion director to A&Rs to street team, and they always say, what's the hottest dude? Who's the hottest girl? What's the hottest rap? What's the hottest hip-hop song out there in CT in Massachusetts? So, I just keep hearing that. So, I always got my favorites because I built relationships with them. I've got friendships with them. But then, some people I don't have relationships with, you got to let them know, like, this is what it is. This is what the people are asking for. And so I decided, you know what? I guess they're still looking for talent out there. They're not traveling across the country because of the budgets. They don't have the money like they used to. So what they're doing is they're looking for DJs to be their eyes and ears to the streets. So I was talking to a label rep up at Atlantic Records one day. He said, Craig, why don't you come up with a mixtape series, looking for talent? And at the end of the day, but at the time I didn't know, because all I know is make my mixtapes, promote it, market it, put it on my website. People download it for free because the game has changed from back in the days. It changed a lot.
So what he did was he told me, he said, Craig, listen, you need to charge these people, because at the end of the day, your time is money. And at the end of the day, what you're doing is you're bringing the awareness of what they don't have. They don't have the connection to New York. They can't walk into Russell Simmons' office and just hand them a CD. Craig, you could do that. So have them charge. They got to pay for the slots, because you got to pay for promotion. You got to pay for marketing. You got to pay for flyers. You got to pay for everything to get the business running.
Definitely, and I'm glad that you addressed it and broke it down. For those who are listening and watching, because I want the listeners to know, I want the viewers to know that there are DJs. There are people out here who care to put new people, new talent on, but our time is money, and you got to come right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that you addressed that.
I mean, I deal with late night printing, right? Shout out to Danny A and the whole family. So I got
round of applause to Danny A. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
Huh?
Oh no, he's
What you say?
You said a round of applause to Danny A, DJ Projo over here.
So what I gotta do is I gotta pay for him to make the flyers. So that costs money. I gotta
Definitely.
I gotta pay for people to. I can't hit every area, so I gotta make sure people get paid to put the flyers in certain areas. I can't do it all. You know what I mean?
Definitely. It's the main event mix show over here on RadioSEEN.com. For those of you just tuning in, we are talking to the legendary DJ Craig G.
No, don't call me that. Don't call me the legendary. Call me the hustler.
The what? What?
The hustler.
The hustler.
The hustler. Okay.
No doubt, but
For those who just tuning in, we are talking to the hustler, heavy hitter's own DJ Craig G.
Yes.
Here on RadioSEEN.com. Projo, what you got for
But
him?
yeah, Craig, I know you're really obviously popular for the whole radio movement, but actually I know you're doing your thing in the clubs out here as well. I know I think you got your Wednesdays on Smash, right? I think you guys, how long you guys been at 960 now? For
Room 960, downtown Hartford. We've been there 6 years.
Wow.
On a Wednesday, one of the longest running Wednesday night spots in Connecticut history. And it's crazy because the way we got in there, we had to lie to the club owner and tell him that we want to bring like an old school theme. And what he did was he said, all right, we'll give you a chance. And it really didn't work in the beginning because people wasn't prone to, let's do an old school night. So what we did was we got in there, and then once we started building the crowd up, we switched the whole format, the whole genre of the music. And eventually, we kept it a little old school, but we had to give them their hip-hop. They had to give them their R&B. Down in Hartford, there's a lot of West Indians, so we had to give them their reggae. A lot of Latinos, so we had to give them their reggaeton,
That's what it is.
Word.
And so eventually, it worked out, and the money started coming in. He was happy. Everybody was happy. We get in the crowd. Now this Thanksgiving, we're going to make 6 years we've been there on a Wednesday night.
Wow. Nice. That's what's up.
Sometimes we win, sometimes we don't win, but, majority of it, we win because it's the only game in town.
Definitely, and it's consistent. You know what I'm saying? We're going to wrap this up, but before we wrap it up, Craig, could you let the viewers and listeners know where they can find you at and all your good stuff, your products and projects?
Basically, first and foremost, my website is djcraigg.com. Hit me on that Twitter at djcraigg. The radio, hot937.com. Check me out 5 o'clock every day. Craig G, Jenny Boom Boom. The website has all the information of where I'm at.
We really appreciate you calling us up. We want you to keep on hustling, keep doing what you're doing, keep us young dudes on our toes.
That goes unsaid though.
Yeah,
that goes unsaid.
No, but it's not. You know what it is? It's going at the DJs that shouldn't be called DJs because
Definitely.
they got us. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna throw it out there. They got us a radio. They got 600 MP3 songs. And now they want to go crazy and say I'm a DJ. I want to do parties. They want to undercut DJs and. The game is crazy, but at the end of the day, the people know who rocks parties, who doesn't rock parties,
right.
Who should be DJing this party, and who shouldn't. I'm not going to support this DJ. Oh, he was whack last time. I'm not going.
You know what it is? Because there's no standard that needs to be meet nowadays.
Yeah, we need to bring back that 97 standard.
But you had to pay dues and everything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. At the end of the day, the hard workers, they're going to pay off. The ones that's grinding, the one that's got the fan base, the one that has, the Facebook followers, the Twitter followers, and has, that people relate to, and they know I'm going to have a good this guy's party at the end of the day, And you got to know how to play everything. I look at it like that, not just play one genre of music.
That's right.
Exactly. Well, with that being said, shout out to Craig G for calling in, man. Like I said, man, we appreciate you, for reaching out, man.
My brothers, y'all keep doing your thing. Bundle up. Snowman is in the building.
All right, my brother. Until next time.
Good looks for calling in, homie.
Easy.
Keep doing your thing.
Darling, baby. You're my darling love.
That's right, baby. As we proceed, the main event mix show. Shout out Craig G for calling in. The show's not over, man.
We got that when shit gets real segment coming up.
RadioSEEN.com. RadioSEEN.com.